Hello crafting friends and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video about how to get rid of some of your scraps, and I know there's a million ways, but I'm just going to show you this one way but I don't know about you, but I end up with bits and pieces of paper when I do these crafts, when I do the paper craft things. So, you know, and then I end up with tins that are filled with these little pieces, you know, that I use for snippets or paper clips or just a dash of color for whatever reason. You know, got a lot of coffee dyed and off-white things in there. There's some colored things too. But yeah, you end up with, if you're like me, you end up with bins like this. And they start to add up. So one way that I do that is I take my pieces and I make collages out of them. And then you can use them for backgrounds, and you can use them for signature pages, and you can use them to cut up and use for snippets or clips. You can use chunks of it. For card making too, you can use these. You use tags. Oh my gosh, practice your sewing skills. All right. And you can use them as is when you make them, or you can scan them, then print them. Yeah. And they turn out pretty good. My printer makes it a little bit lighter, but I still like the finished product. I still think that's pretty nice. And there's ways maybe I can adjust it. I'm still getting used to my new printer, which is an Epson ET2650. The thing is really cool. It's got the, instead of ink cartridges, it has the liquid ink. So they have ink wells. So we'll see. You know, I got the recommendation of some people from YouTube. So anyway, today here's some that I made after I got done with that white journal, and I'll show you what it ended up looking like. I was doing this in front of the TV. I just grabbed my bin and some supplies, and I'll tell you what supplies I use in a minute. Yeah. This was the first one I did, and you can see that there's chunks. You know, it wasn't very precise with this one, but anyway, I used up a lot of scraps on this, and that made me happy. And I folded it up, and just like that, and now I have that for a thing for background. I can either use it as is, or do scans and copies. I also like to do just regular scrap collage things like this as well. These are fun. And I just use the mailers that I get that they're, you know, useless pretty much. So those are that. And then I went and got a little more colorful. Check this out. I went and got my brown bag of stuff. And this is the printout and this is the original. You can see the color difference, just not as bright for the print, but still very pretty. Happy with that. Let me show you, fold this out and show you all of it, because it's pretty cool when you get it all folded out. And I've got some papers I'm never going to use. This is basketball paper. I'm never going to use that for anything. So I'm going to put it in a collage. But isn't that cool? Yeah, I wish I had more of that. That stuff's really cool. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Okay, so that's that one. I also put that there. Went and grabbed my green bag of scraps and made a green one with some browns. Again, basketball paper. That was leatherish. I don't know. I guess I could have used it for something else, but it works good on this. And then I decided, instead of making a whole sheet of this, I decided to grab my pink. Oh my goodness. Look at all of that. That is cool. And I ended up, I got inspired and took my stamps and did some stamping before I cut up and glued it down. So yeah, so fun, right? So I'll be able to scan these, and so yeah. So today, I'm going to show you what I use. A mailer that you get, it's just a free-for-all mailer. It's just, you know, and it's old. So I use that. That's my base, because all this paper, it's going to get really thick. So the thinner the paper, probably, in my opinion, I think is best. Thinner the paper, the best. My grab your bag of scraps. See, big bag of scraps. This is my blue. I'm gonna do blue right now, obviously. That's, you know, you're smart. You can figure that out. And then I pulled some out and then I separated them according to size. And I took my cutter and I cut some strips already down. Because you're gonna need all different sizes. You're gonna need skinny long ones. You're gonna need some medium sized. You're gonna need some small ones, like little squares, and some small ones. And so yeah, and I keep this handy so that I can make some more cuts. So these are my smaller pieces that are probably going to be used first. No, not necessarily, but just a bit of those. I've got some washi tape. I didn't use washi tape on the other ones, but I think I will try to use it on this one. And then even tinier scraps for filling in those little spaces. And then the bigger scraps of most of this, just if I have something that I want a bigger piece of, well, I'm just keeping it handy. Scissors, glue stick. You can use punches too. Creative memories, really good. Punches are good for that too, because you're going to have 90 degree angles on everything. And my suggestion as you start this, and wet wipes, having these around, because your fingers get gluey. At least mine do. Maybe you have a better way of doing it. With the tweezers, perhaps that might work. That might work great. So the first thing that I do is I look through my stash and then I think, let's start in the middle. And with this newspaper, I have lines, and so it's going to come out pretty straight. Just take my glue stick, just get it all in there like kindergarten, and then just set it down. Let's put it on that black line. Yep. And then, like I said, start from the middle. That's what I learned doing this with the other ones. Because at first I started with chunks of paper in the corners and worked my way in. But that got hard. That got hard to do after a little while. So, you know, I was just watching TV while I was working on it, so it was no big deal. But it's like, there's got to be a little bit of an easier way to do this. Okay, line that up straighter. Come on now. There it is. Yeah. And any old which way. Oh, there's words next to words. You know about me and words next to words. Let's not have that now. That's not okay. Let's go up here. And the more variation you have, it seemed like the better. You know, the one colored beige off-white one, I still like that, just for the fact that it can be used. It's probably the most versatile of these that it can be used for. I could see using that too for backgrounds. That's kind of big. This is fun. This is fun. So yeah, you just keep going and doing that until you get to the edges. And just a little tip, I like to throw in the skinnier pieces too before I need them, because that just gives it a lot more dimension. And you're gonna need a lot of skinny pieces. I'm gonna trim that off so that it actually matches this edge. Even though a little crooked, that's okay. And you just keep on trucking. Just keep on going. And sometimes if you have something like this and you want to mirror it over here, you can do that. Bring that color to the other side visually for your eyes to draw towards. Don't I sound like I know what I'm talking about? Don't I? Well, you are sweet to think that. Yeah, let's do that over here. Oh, I'm going to change this way the text is going because that's going down. Let's go that way. Okay. So today my husband is working on some outdoor stuff and I'm sitting in here thinking about this, and I totally forgot to eat, and it's like almost 1:30. He's like, are you going to take any time away to eat today? I suppose I probably should, huh? Food is good. And I have iron issues. I need to really make sure I'm eating. Because I think for me, I'd rather craft than eat. I just get so consumed. It's ridiculous. I really need to be careful. Like I said, my iron, if my iron gets too low, I get rummy, and yeah, it's just not awesome. Not awesome. I've been dealing with this for a little while too, but it's lots better. It's a lot better. Let's find a skinny piece. Ooh, let's pull this right here. Okay, well, I'm not going to have you watch me the whole time doing this, because I'm sure you've got other things you'd rather be watching. And this isn't rocket science by any means, but it's just another way to clean out your scraps. Oh, scrap. That's what I thought I'd call a video, but I don't know. That on the edge. And so yeah, you just keep on going. You keep going, and different sizes, like I said. And you can put some over here. Do that. Congratulations. You know, just some words. Maybe put those upside down, because when you're using it, you don't know which way it's going to be used. So put the words in different order. Or if you have any pictures, like I had with my rose one, you want to put them in facing different directions, like all of this. You want the words to be facing different directions, because when you use it, you don't know which way you're going to have it be. You know, so that gives you options, we'll say. That just gives you lots of options. Okay, well, that's pretty much all. I can't think of anything else that I need to mention about this, because it's pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, I'm going to use some of this. Oh, I hope everyone has a nice little cutter too. This thing works great for shrinking down, you know, if I want a smaller piece of this, so that I can have, say I need a piece here, and then I want some down over here, so that my eye can be, and do things in threes. Odd numbers work good, such as, I only use 2 flowers on here, but there's 1, 2, 3 of those, 4 of those. Well, maybe, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter, huh? Because I've got odds and evens. Even Stevens. Remember that show? Oh, my kids loved that show. Shia LaBeouf. Oh, my goodness. We had that. I enjoyed watching that with my kids. Not every show. SpongeBob? No, thank you. But those days are gone. My daughters are all grown up. Beautiful. Okay, that's all I'm going to do for right now. Get your scraps out, get your glue, get your scissors, put it all in a basket, and while you're watching TV, you can work on it during that time. Get some crafting done at the same time. All right, that's all for now. Thank you for watching and stopping by. Again, I hope you have a God-blessed day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.